Hey folks, Michael McGee here. In this video, we're going to discuss the different ways and methods of obtaining food. On a homestead, it seems like everything you do is somehow tied into food. You grow a garden, that's directly related to food. You grow a field of corn, directly related to food and indirectly related to food. It's directly related to food in that we make cornbread and grits and you name it. Indirectly, it's related to pork and milk and beef and chicken and eggs. Yeah, corn is a pretty big one. We have a tractor and we use that for, well, growing food. Seems like everything is related to food somehow. My question is, how many methods should you use to obtain food? Well, it's kind of up to you. Say, I only want to obtain my food from the garden, and say, I only want to obtain my food from the farm, be it meat, milk, eggs, you name it. Or you can say, I want to obtain my food from the farm, the field, and the lakes and the rivers, getting fish and hunting. You might decide you want to hunt. Some people say, I don't want to get my food nowhere except McDoodles or the store or something like that. That's perfectly fine. So you have to go work and earn money, and that is directly related to getting your food. So however you want to do it, that's fine. We go to work and make money so that we can go catch fish and go hunt and have fun when we get our food, because it's not that much fun to walk into McDonald's and order a Big Mac. I'm just saying, it's a lot funner when you get out on a river with your boys and you catch a big old catfish about that long. Now that is fun. If all your existence is in food only and not in relationships with your children or with your family or with your friends, say you don't have children, don't have family, friends, relationships are huge, and a lot of relationships do directly tied to food. It's always been widely accustomed to eat with others, not to eat alone. Eating alone is, I guess, better than starvation, but it's a kind of a sad way to eat, to be honest with you. I'm going to show you a few ways we obtain food around here. All right, this is a bow. This is archery equipment. I do the orange. I like the orange because I can find it out in the woods. A lot of the colors in the woods right now is green, yellow, and red. An arrow of that color is going to be difficult to find. So this is one way that we obtain food on the homestead, and we are going to be going on a bow hunting trip pretty soon, Joel and I, so be watching for that. And right here comes the milkman. I'm just going to grab this on his way by. We have just put out a milking video recently. If you want to watch that, that would be great. But that is another way we provide food on the farm, is a milk cow, whether through milk or meat. Here you go, Bubs. Let me grab something else. Here's the way we obtain food on the farm. I recently posted a dove hunting video. You can watch my boys, I ain't allowed to say the word that this is on YouTube, and that's a shame because it's been politicized. But anyway, this thing right here I'm holding in my hand, my boy used this one. I was using a different one. But we got 22 doves, I think it was. I think that's how many we got. And if you're good with your tool, you can do some good. You can put some meat on the table. Let's see what else we got that we get food with. This right here, this is a tool for harvesting deer, elk, moose, you name it. I obtained the elk with this. I have got deer with this. Bear you could get with this. I would like to get a bear with this. Good food that can be secured on the homestead or in the woods off the homestead. So here's my buddy right here that helped me obtain some food recently. We got food out of the lake, and should we go get the trot line and show them? Well, let's go get the trot line and show. We're going to show you how we got the food, what tools we used to get this food. We got some really good catfish. Caleb's gonna dig a trot line out and show you guys. That's the trot line that we used in the video last week, and we caught some really nice big catfish. So that is a tool that you can use to obtain food. Now, in our state, it's legal. I have been informed that in certain states it's not legal. You don't want to do it unless, well, let's say you're starving, literally starving, and you want to take the risk of getting a big old ticket. But anyway, that's how we obtain some food. And grab a fishing pole there, Caleb, show them. That's another way. In just about every state in the United States, it's legal to obtain fish through a fishing pole means. And so that's one way that you can do it. Hey, what are you doing, Matt?
I guess we're going to practice a little bit.
All right, time to practice. Good shot. We practice our bow shooting because it's very important with a bow that you practice so that you hit where you're aiming. You don't want to get in the field and shoot at a deer and wound it or just completely miss it, because it's hard enough to hit them the way it is. Ah, here comes my practice arrow. Thank you, sir. Drilled it. Good shot. Hot peppers are a great way to secure some food. You won't eat too many of them. A little bit will do you. So right now, Mr. David is gathering a little bit of corn to throw to the pigs. Let's go see what them pigs look like. This is a Mangalitsa barrow right here that is going to be some fine food. And we're feeding him food in order to produce food. Right, he's big enough to butcher now, but it's just not cold enough weather. So we're gonna feed him a little more. It's not as economical as it should be if we had killed him right at the point when he was ready. But sometimes you feed him a little bit longer than necessary. The meat and the fat is just a little bit better. All right, let's go feed the others. Now these are going to be a breeding triangle. The blonde is a boar, swallow belly are both gilts. We're hoping to raise babies here, which also will translate into food. And we might even have a few to sell to anybody that wants to buy some. If you don't know anything about the Mangalitsa breed, I've got a whole playlist that you can find in my channel that shows you a lot about the Mangalitsa breed. So these Mangalitsas are amazing, amazing pigs. Very tame too. Mangalitsas are a very gentle breed, very gentle. And the meat and the fat is just like nothing else you've ever eaten. We've got a smokehouse to preserve some of this meat. So those are some ideas on how we go about getting our food. Really don't rule a whole lot out other than stealing. We won't steal food, but good old hard labor will make your food taste better. It just really will. Now, I hope I'm not talking to anybody that is struggling with hunger and that doesn't have food. I really do, but if you are, maybe some of these ideas will help you. I've got a video back in my archives you can look up called "Is Roadkill Poisonous?" Now, don't be offended by this, but sometimes I pick up roadkill and eat it. I really do. I tell you what I'll do. I'll drop the link to that video in the comments. I'm gonna pin it at the top of the comments if you wanna see how to get a little roadkill for the freezer. So anyway, guys, we're gonna get on out of here. We appreciate you personally, and we'll see you on the next video.